there guys, this is Chauncey J. Ken, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. Now, as you recall, in our last episode we were attempting to get to a spot over in another part of the world, which I tried to open the map and that didn't work, so never mind. But the way we're going to have to do that is basically to get into orbit and land somewhere near there. So we are going to go ahead and design a ship to do that with. Now, first things first, we're going to load up the Kerbal lander, which is what we want to use for this particular project, and because it has our science-y stuff on it, and even if we don't quite make it to where we're trying to get to, at least we can do science wherever we land. And I had another thought. Oh yes, we need to do something with our engines. So we do have a liquid fuel engine, which will be good for a tank, and then the engine itself, which will be good for getting into orbit and possibly doing a little maneuvering once we're there, which is always a good thing. But we need to actually get into orbit. So first thing is first, we're going to set this over here and set this over here. And I need structure stuff. Oh, we don't have radial decouplers. What? Oh, dang it. Well, that's unfortunate. We have unlocked a lot of stuff, but apparently not the stuff we needed, as it happens. Did we put all of this fancy stuff on here? Well, if we didn't put a thermometer on this, shame on us. I feel like we must have put a thermometer on here somewhere. No? Alright, well. Typically this right here is where I would put the thermometer, so that's where that's gonna go. And that gives us a little extra experimental data to bring back from wherever we happen to go. Okay, so what I was thinking was to actually use the things, but I guess that's not going to work. So we do have to use the stack decouplers, and we'll probably use maybe 2 of the solid boosters. Alright, so let's check our staging. We've got the parachute up at the top, we've got the decoupler, which should be this one here. And then we've got that engine firing, then decoupler, solid booster, decoupler, solid booster. Okay, so staging is good to go. This is still the Kerbal Lander Mark 1, so we will go ahead and save it as such. We will throw that away because we didn't actually use that. I always do that. I'll set parts off to the side and then forget that I left them there and pull out new ones, which is not a big deal. Now, the price tag on this is a little more than it was last time, but that is okay. And like I said, we are going to attempt an orbit. So right now we're going to go ahead and exit the facility. I want to check on contracts and see where we are there, and if we have anything else that we need to get. Here's our active stuff: orbit Kerbin and perform a visual survey of stuff. So in flight over, and flight over, and flight over, and flight over. Visual survey, in flight over. Radial decoupler on a suborbital trajectory over Kerbin. We can probably actually get that one in this mission, so we will do that. Perform visual surveys of Minmus. Holy crap. That is a prestigious one for sure. Where is this? At Scientist Landmark. Take a crew report in flight below 18,000 meters near area something. Okay, so I'm not going to grab any of the visual survey stuff for right now, just because, like, I don't know, iffy on it. Like, the completion stuff is awesome, and doing each of these things gives you a lot of science, and but these look hard. So, alright. Let's go ahead and give this a shot and see where we end up. Urban Lander Mark 1. No, we're zoomed so far out, it's ridiculous. Alright, to the launch pad. Excuse me there. Yes, time warp 1 time. So just normal time. That's exactly what we want. And we'll let everything adjust. We'll throttle up. We will activate our stability control because, good God, we need it. And let's Right now we're just letting momentum carry us. Now let's look at the map. Let's bring the nav ball up. Well, that's disappointing. I wanted to try and make it to that little bit of land there, at least. Alright. Yeah, I'll take down the map and show you what happened. We are out of fuel. I believe we are suborbital. Do that. Okay. Well, that did not complete our contract even. And we'll write this out real quick and just see if we end up in the ocean or where we go, but well, that's a radial decoupler. I should have redesigned. Okay. We're definitely suborbital trajectory. We're over Kerbin, and we just need the altitude, which we kind of looks like we're gonna hit. No, did not quite make the altitude, but very close. Alright, we can get rid of the stability control because it doesn't matter at this point. now we're going to land in the ocean. So, we are going to revert the flight. Yes, revert to vehicle assembly. Well, you know, try and try again, I suppose. Alright, so let's keep zooming me out so freaking far. That's unacceptable. Alright, let us get another stack decoupler with another solid booster here, and I think that should get us... Actually, you know what? Everything from here. We should have access to the radial decoupler for the test. Solid boosters. On the radial decouplers. Okay. And let's look at aerodynamics, which we don't have anything in, so they're just gonna be like that. Which I guess is okay. They're gonna drag a bit, but that's fine. And we will alter the staging just a little bit. We're going to drag this down here. So then the radial decouplers will fire once we're on a suborbital trajectory and high enough. And then we've got the stack decoupler and parachute. Alright, so now this is still the lander Mark 1, so we're going to save that. Like the only difference, the only thing we're changing is the actual launching mechanism, so I don't count that as actually changing the lander. And we put a thermometer on it, but that's not really a new lander, it's like the lander 1.1, which isn't worth changing the name for, so... Alright, stability control, full throttle, and burning up on our way out of the atmosphere. Okay, so this is just going to be a contract run. We're going to see if we can't get this going. I don't think we're gonna get that to work. Alright, let's revert to vehicle assembly. Little things. Okay, so we ended up wasting a lot of delta V by having that fire at the same time as these, and we got way too fast in the atmosphere. So basically we need to do these, ditch them, and then activate this. Alright, so save that and let's do a launch. Alright, throttle up. we've got a lot more speed this time, so we might make the altitude, but I kind of doubt it. Where are we landing? Middle of the ocean. Okay. This is clearly not working. Revert to vehicle assembly. Oy vey. No, that's not it. We're gonna have to go normal rocket style. Alright, now hopefully this will be the one. It should be, because the two solid booster version got us as high as it did. So the third booster will get us a little bit higher before that activates, and we should be fine. Stability controls, thrust, and save some for braking. So otherwise we'll have to do a EVA vectoring maneuver, and they're fun, but they're they're a little iffy. So, you know. Alright, map-wise, where are we landing? Ah, we are just off the coast of that. Thrust a little bit this way. And a little bit this way. Should land us right in the center of that peninsula, and then this will actually be a worthwhile maneuver. go. Fire. Now just switch us to the prograde vector here. It'll burn a little bit more. We don't want to overshoot it, but at the same time we're losing speed and distance and stuff as we go. We've got like almost no fuel left. That'll push us a little bit further forward. We can shut off stability controls at this point. And we can get rid of the maneuver node. And so hopefully that will in fact drop us right there on the land. And I'm not sure what biome that is, but anything but grasslands should get us some decent amounts of science. So, all right, let's switch out of map mode and let's see where we end up. All right, while we're doing our initial re-entry, not have the physics warp on, just in case. If I took a temperature reading now, it would probably say really hot. Which is understandable because there's like lots of flame and stuff coming off of this, so. Okay, get the moving through the wind really fast effects. Alright, and there is definitely land directly below us, which is great, so wait till we're at about 5,000, we'll pop the parachute. That slows us down quite a bit already, and we'll go ahead and extend the gear, make sure we're ready for landing. And it looks like the sun's getting ready to come up, so that's always a bonus. Because that means you guys can actually see what's happening. And won't that be wonderful? Alright, let's see the liquid engine impacting over in that area. Is quite a lovely starscape though. Got the galactic arm and the sun getting ready to come up over here. Where are we at? Do we have a shadow? Well, there's no sun, so we probably won't get the shadow, but that's okay. That looks like nice, even, flat land, so that is a premium landing area. There it is. We are safely on the ground, so let's do our science. You observe the goo. Well, that's not very interesting. Let's do our material-based science. The materials show little signs of change, though one of the samples appears to be judging you silently. We'll keep the data on that. Zoom in here, we'll get the temperature. Temperature here is quite pleasant and would be a nice place to live. Okay, so this is Grasslands, which is literally what we're right next to at the spaceport. But, oh well. Record the crew's assessment of the situation. Now I need you to EVA. Get your EVA report. Flying over Kerbin's Grasslands, keep data. Now let's go ahead and hop back in. Then you can EVA again. And you can actually go ahead and just drop off here. Get off. Let's get an EVA report again. We'll just keep it for the fun of it. We will take a surface sample. We'll keep that data. And yeah, we're not getting back into that. So we will recover the vessel, which is actually just our astronaut there. And I'll show you guys a little trick when you can't get back into your ship, but you are still on Kerbin. Yeah, so you basically just got the data from the surface sample there. No XP gain, and this returns our focus to the ship instead of the astronaut. Just kind of sitting here, and we will recover that vessel. So it's 2 recovery processes instead of 1. So a little bit more complicated, but you do get all the data that was stored on the vessel this way. And there we go, we're up to 39.5. Alright, so, not exactly what we set out to do. I'll do some tweaking and see if I can't get an orbital craft that'll actually work for us. So we can achieve that contract and move on to bigger and better things. But, yeah, so that's the episode for today. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I will talk to you later.